I wanted to make a video really quick, from me to me right now and to anyone else who is feeling the way I feel. Just a reminder that it's okay to be a juicy contradiction sometimes. It just makes you a starburst. And I'm not saying like it's like cool to embrace hypocrisy or anything, but just it's okay like if you're experiencing two really strong conflicting emotions. Because right now I am kind of struggling with, not really but I became aware of the fact that I was feeling a lot of like deep love and joy and simultaneously a lot of sadness and like grief, just for a particular situation that I don't really want to share too much on right now, but just the emotional bit of it. I feel like there's a lot of shame sometimes that can come along when we become aware of the fact that we feel two very strong conflicting emotions. They're opposites and we feel them both, and it makes us feel like hypocrites, but I don't think that is hypocritical. I think that's just being a contradiction and a bit of a paradox, and that's kind of like normal in life, and especially normal for humans to be both happy and sad from the same thing at the same time. So yeah, give yourself grace. Don't feel that shame because it's normal to have different emotions. You just need to sit in both of those emotions. I know that's what I need to do, is just really sit in both of those emotions and feel them both. But because brains work a funny, stupid way, I think I'll probably have to go through them both individually. Even though I'm feeling them both simultaneously, I think I'm going to have to logically process them independently of one another. So I'll probably start with the hard, sad stuff first, and then go over the happy stuff, so I end on a high note. So yeah, I felt like I should put this out there. It's been a while since I put out anything other than cat videos, because that's been my life, and friend and family videos. But I just wanted to share a little bit of spiritual guidance, because I think it's part of me coming into understanding the balance of mind, body, spirit, is it, while still being like a linear time chained being. I can only seem to go forward for now. And you kind of don't want to go backwards in human history. Well, unless you go all the way back, but But, yeah, it's okay to have conflicting emotions, and it's okay to allow yourself to process them as well. It's nothing to be embarrassed about, even though it feels that way, because we're kind of told that you're supposed to be one emotion at a time, but I just don't really think that's always plausible, because many situations are so nuanced in context that they bring about many different, very strong emotions at the same time, and I don't think either one of those emotions invalidates the other. I think they're both still perfectly valid, and it makes us feel like we're unreasonable, but I think it's pretty reasonable, and it means that you're getting a bigger understanding of the whole picture if you have multiple emotions over a situation, because oftentimes a situation is not single-faceted and evoking only one emotion. Many things in life are not even just two-sided, but they're omnifaceted. There's an infinite amount of sides to any one scenario if you challenge yourself to really look at it that way. And so I think it's actually a sign of growth to find yourself feeling conflicting emotions in a situation. Because I know myself personally, this very situation, I was just seeing the sad bits for a very long time, and I felt really bad about that because I knew there were good parts, but I was only feeling the sad ones mostly. It was like a barely aware consciousness that there were good parts, but I was really just so focused on the bad parts that made me sad, and I shamed myself into pretending that I couldn't see those bad parts, and I challenged myself to look for even more and more good in the situation. And what I came to understand and realize is that both of those are real. I did have to go and challenge myself to find the good parts, but they're real, but their realness doesn't invalidate the sad parts. And I have to hold them both in equal respect to one another. And appreciate the good parts while they exist, and simultaneously give myself grace for the sadness of the bad parts. And even respect those bad parts, because they help me to better embrace the good parts. I hold on to those good parts harder because the bad parts exist. If I only had good parts, I might not hold on so tightly because I wouldn't even know if I'm missing them. Because I've always had them, you know? It's that taking the good for granted concept where I didn't really understand it in my heart for a very long time. I understood in my head that when we take good things for granted, or when we only have good things, we take them for granted, right? I understood that concept, but I was taking the good things for granted, and I didn't really understand it in my heart for a very long time, until recently. And so, yeah, I think it's just nothing to be embarrassed of if you feel two different emotions very strongly within yourself at the same time. Both are something to be grateful for, as hard as it may sound. But yeah, I'm gonna go process my conflicting emotions, and I hope that if you're feeling them, that you can go do that too without unnecessary shame, because emotions happen. The only time we need to feel shame regarding our emotions is if we allow our emotions to control our behaviors and cause ourselves or another harm. Then I think a lot of shame, depending, but shame is necessary then, because we shouldn't be allowing emotions to harm ourselves or others in our behaviors. So, yeah, give yourself grace and fully embrace that you feel two opposite things at once. Welcome to humanity. The sweet, sweet paradox. Bye.